I don't know if you've ever made a decision in your life, not of this caliber, but have done something where you think, "Fuck, I wish I never did that." Having the regret. I don't know. A lot of people they say live life with no regrets, but I think we all do. Except my primo is a high stakes man. He walks around and he does what he does without really, covering his identity. Kind of boast about it, which is also kind of dumb. But I love him. I like that he does it that way instead of you'll never know. I think he does it because he's very prideful of who he is, and he knows that he can always find something out to hopefully pass it on to the next person. He's not a one man show. Senor Dark, I'm not one to make empty promises, so I won't. But I will try my hardest is if I ever do get the chance to talk to him again, to see him, whatever it might be, whether physical form or he's a soul or whatever it is, I will find out everything that he has to offer, and I will give that information to the people that I believe are chosen to lead throughout these hard times. People talk about hope, people talk about T.A. Walker, people talk about that other people, selected people, have obtained these feathers. There's other things out there as well that I would say balance what's happening. I hate that I always has to go back from side to side, good side, bad side, good entity, bad entity. Like that's just the best way to compare it to. But throughout all of this, I think it all needs to be balanced. There's no way we can defeat whatever is going on, but there is a way that we can bring balance to it. As much as these, like I said, it's hard calling them this, but as much as certain entities that are causing struggle to people, they're all sitting together, round table style, giving each other information, figuring out how to keep them into check. I think it's about time that we start doing that as well. By we, I mean the people that want to enforce the balance. This goes way past everything else, every other position or title. We're human beings, you know? People write about this in books for a reason. And the thing is, we're seeing it. Our friends are getting sick. People are suddenly disappearing. Weird extraterrestrial stuff is happening, whatever you want to call it.
You know, I tried that whole leader thing when they turned up before. Even had the whole round table. We had 2,000 people, maybe, exchanging information. Kind of put a stop to it, whatever was happening. And it was at that table that I nearly dropped dead. And nearly lost everything. I've done it once. I don't know whether I can do that again.
What do you mean?
I mean, the last time I put people together in an attempt to put a stop to all this, I ended up in the hospital. I lost half my organs and a rat crawled out of my stomach.
Uh, so you got sick as well?
A long time ago, yeah.
I I can't say I understand because I didn't go through what you went through. I can't say as well that I get why you don't want to go through it again. I truly think, Senor Dark, that you have been put through all this because you were selected in a way. I don't know much about you. I could be wrong. Like I said, this is a theory, but it just makes too much sense to me. I I hear your name, and people don't talk about your name without any weight. There's a lot of weight there. You've seen things, you've been through things. I I can't just not reach out to you. Not only because of that, but because of the book as well. I had to reach out to you. I don't care how long it took. I was going to have some way somehow to hear you, to live in your mind for a bit, to see what you see, to hear, to see how you think. I really hope that you truly don't mean that you don't think you can go through it again. I believe you can keep going through anything and find a way to prevail. It's more of a feeling. I don't know. I guess it might be in my blood the way I feel about people, certain people.
I think regardless of what I think or feel, at the end of the day, my job and my position means that I put the safety of this state first, no matter what. And that includes trying to put a stop to all this. So you're probably right. I'm going to carry on doing what I'm doing, what I did before, what I'm going to do now, no matter what. Because maybe that's a flaw, maybe that's a strength of mine.
You know what my cousin would call that is tripas, by the way.
What's that?
That, you know what I'm putting out right there?
No.
Your stomach. What's behind your belly button? Your
What about
guts.
it?
Not too many people here have what it takes to do what you do. Very, very small percentages.
Can I ask, what does tripas mean?
Would you allow me to tell you a little bit more about my family and Edgar's family?
Absolutely. Sure.
Long times ago, there was three families: Familia Lopez, Familia Delgado, y Familia Rudeo. These three Manx, they worked together, found each other, figured out maybe they can find a way to change the life for them and their family. They were given a position to visit a beautiful island named Warma. When they arrived there, they met many people. It's a very, very foreign island to them. There's a lot to learn. And throughout all of that, they were given a way to obtain a castle. But a deal had to be made. Hence, you know why my primo Edgar made a deal. Kind of just in our blood. The deal was made by a bruja of the island, a witch. She ran a place called Omens. Behind that was a very big compound led by a militia who was also under the thumb of the Bruja. And the deal was for them to obtain the island and the riches and also the castle, they had to please this Bruja. I won't tell you exactly what was done for them to obtain what they obtained, but it wasn't good. And since then, generation after generation, there's been a lot of curse, a lot of bad. Edgar's family has found a way to prevail and to change that. Now, if you were to go to Warma, there is less violence. There's less, ¿cómo se dice? Bad energy. I'm not saying that he's a savior. I'm not saying that my family's a savior or nothing, but they work together to find a way to bring balance. This is true. The three kings of the castle is what they're referred to as. Now, I'm a bit of a disappointment if I have to be honest with you, since we're being honest here. I didn't really do too much like my older brother did, or like Edgar, or like Sebas. But uh, but Edgar is different. He invites this dark matter, the Diablo, because he feels like he can always find a way to prevail over it. Which is why I think he made the deal. Which is why I think through desperate times he found out that with the information that he knows, maybe he can explain it to people some way. If he would have never wrote in that book, I would have known I just lost him and that's it. But the fact that I was able to see that and talk to now everybody in that book, I have found out so much. I have found out so much and I want to work with people, but I need them to be able to make the decision when it's time to make the decision, to stand up against what's happening. It's very hard to explain to somebody not only the history of our families, but what I believe is next to come. I'm open to all ideas. I'm open to anybody that wants to help. But this is a true tripas test. Tripas to me is somebody that makes the decision that other people don't want. Tripas to me is somebody that wakes up and says, I'm going to do it because I want to do it. I'm going to do it and I'm going to do it proud. I'm not going to cover my face and make certain decisions because I'm scared about how I'd be viewed publicly. No, I'm going to put it on my chest and represent exactly what I have to show. I'm not the best there is either, compañero. I myself have done bad things in my life. But there's one thing that I'm not going to just let happen. I'm not going to let friends, family, people that I care about here suffer this the end coming. I don't want there to be an end. I don't see an end. I see a way for all of us here to thrive. I see leaders standing in front of us that are being kept in the dark about things that are not being talked to, and it upsets me. I've even yelled at some of my own because they've kept people in the dark. Things can be talked about, other things can't. We both know that. You have a certain occupation where you cannot just talk about anything. I am in a position where I cannot just talk about nothing. But there's one thing that I can guarantee you is I'm not going to just turn to the side and let all this shit happen. I'm going to keep working hard. I'm going to keep fighting for what I need to get more answers. And to be honest with you, senor, I don't see anything stopping me besides death. They tell me to stop because I'm going to die. What other better way is there to go?
You're a very Very mature for your age, Benicio. I don't think I can give what I have up without something in return. Has Brandon made you aware of the deal I offered?
I've told him whatever deal you two have, that is between you two. I trust in Brandon to make the right decision. If time pass and there is no movement, then I will step in. That's my compañero, that's my hermano. I trust he will make the right decision the same way you will. I didn't come here to obtain that today. I've come here to talk to you and to maybe hopefully shed some light on some things that maybe you weren't aware of. Maybe some things fell to the crack. But whatever deal between you and Brandon, I have trust there that the right thing will happen. Trust is very big during these times, and I hope people don't just throw that word around lightly either.
You know, maybe I can't give you the feather right now, but I might be able to give you something else. About a year ago, we started finding pages from a journal. A journal belonging to Norman Bones. A personal diary, a recount of everything, including his brother. So you want information on Norman and Isaac? You find that journal.
All right, I'll get working on that. I need to know more about why I believe this man is being used as a vessel. See, they are referring to him as death, but I think we both know death isn't a person. It's a part of life. Maybe this person that's being used as a vessel is suffering. Maybe there's a way we can finally free him. Free him to the point where it's safe and it's healthy. With that, I don't think it's just going to be happy ending. I believe I myself am going to have to make sacrifice. There might be violence, there might not. I might be here being able to talk to you again, I might not. But I don't know, it's all just theories, Senor Richard. And I'm just trying to work as best as I can right now.
I don't think Norman wants to be free yet. I think he's exactly where he wants to be.
Perhaps, perhaps. I think sometimes we all feel like we're where we need to be until there's like a different light. Kind of like fish. You look at one bait, nah. Look at another one, oh, I'll take that one. I don't know, that's just what I think, but I'm wrong about a lot of shit.
You might be right. You, you know about Norman's history when he was a man?
I don't know too much, senor. I really don't. If you can tell me some of that, I honestly appreciate it.
Norman Bones was a man just like you and me, though he had a taste for killing. I can't remember the exact number, but he made attempts on dozens of people's lives. I think it might even got up to the 50s, if not more than that, before he was eventually caught. Um, he had a trial where he was found guilty of whatever the charge was back then, and he was sentenced to death. And he was shot by firing squad in Bolingbroke State Pen. And I believe his body was dumped in a coffin out by the lighthouse. And that's why he resides where he resides.
Very, very, very violent story. Sad story there. Sad life. I I didn't know it was that bad. Ay, Dios mío.
From Norman himself, he told me that when he died, he went into a room with death and only he walked out. As if he chose to be what he is now.
Hmm. Let me ask you, you ever think people like us, you and I, actually, not people like us, let's say bad people, you ever think they get tired of doing what they do?
Some, yeah. I think some either come to their senses or realise it's too much hard work.
I've
Norman,
looked at, see.
I don't know whether Norman's one of those.
I've looked at him. I'm gonna tell you that people told me to stay away. Specifically, my primo told me to stay away from Lighthouse. But I have gotten a bit desperate, and I went over there, and I was met to two different people. I heard a voice at the house, not the lighthouse, but the house where I've met Senior TA. I had a very long talk with him. And as I was leaving, I felt eyes the same way I feel right now, the same way I feel every other day. I felt somebody staring at me. And I looked at the lighthouse and I seen him there. Like I said, I was really upset when I first come back here to the city. So I march on over to the lighthouse and I pretty much curse at Senior Bonk. And the look in his face, the tone of his voice, is almost as if something was inside making him say what he had to say, making him do what he had to do. He seemed exhausted, compañero. He seemed almost ill. Now, that could just be him, sure. When you say that two walked in and one walked out, a theory of mine is that something took over, that maybe death is the one that still prevailed through that fight or that conversation, and realized that he found a very good vessel, somebody that was really good at causing violence or death. And again, it's just only a theory. I'm still trying to figure out more information. And I really want to stress to you how much I appreciate that you're able to stand here and talk with me. I I've talked to everybody that's mentioned in that book, by the way, and you were the last one.
Well, I think this goes beyond law and order. It goes beyond whether someone's a criminal or a lawman. I think we've all got to work together to some extent.
I believe there's going to be many talks in the future. See, many ways of working together. See,
I have to ask if you are so set on ridding this island of these entities. Why do some of your people work with them?
it's not to get rid, it's to bring balance. No matter what, if I'm here, if I'm not here, if my compas are here, if they're not here, they're now, right now, trying to enforce the balance. Have they bit off more than they can chew? I believe that. Do I tell them that? No, because they have told me things that show that they want to work together to fight against this, to bring that balance. I To say it like this, I feel like there's bad guys to keep other bad guys in check. It's very cheesy, but if not us, I don't see anybody else. Truly, different breed.
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
I mean, regardless of what happens, somebody's got to do something, right?
Yeah.
The book. The answer to the first question, I couldn't quite decipher what whoever replied was trying to say. Have you managed to understand that?
You know about the bellow chip?
I'm not aware.
In the bellow chip, there's
Oh, the
one.
fellowship.
See. Sorry, accent,
It's
accent.
okay. No, my bad. No, yes, I am aware.
So you know about the one ring to rule them all.
I do.
You know a little bit about Mordor.
A little bit. You telling me that was black speech?
See,
Whatever the hell it's called?
the goblin speech. See, I knew
You're
that's
telling
my
me...
primo because he is big on that, and only I know that because I'm his family.
Well, I'm also aware because the first time I met Edgar, we had a big conversation about Lord of the Rings. He was very passionate. back before his life went a different path. It was when he had applied to the Department of Corrections.
I'm glad you got to see that side of him. He's really big on the fellowship. I've been told that in that book there wasn't too much time, so he had to write down what he could. A lot of people couldn't, to be honest, decipher none of it. The people that I'm working close with, I've told them what they need to know in regards of those answers mean a lot. I'm glad people have reached out to you. It would upset me if nobody has. I don't know what has been said. I'm putting a lot of faith in my people, but my primo it is it's my family, and I could definitely decipher that book and anything that has to do with him. I think the reason why he mentioned that, by the way, is my primo had an illness similar to what's happening to everybody else, a fire that feels like it's ongoing in the chest, pain, uncomfortability, nonstop, many symptoms. Do you know how he got that?
I imagine it was because of his deal with Norman. Or perhaps it was his loss.
He was he was attacked by Senior Normank by a certain weapon that's dear to Normank. I'm not trying to go all fairy tale on you, but maybe that's said in there because it has something to do with a weapon that's used in the fellowship, that's used against certain percentages in there. You get what I'm throwing at you?
I think I do. Saying like Norman's like one of the Nazgul. Is that what you're getting at?
Exactly. See. Now, this isn't from my hand. This is from my primo. And like I said, he only had a little bit of time. So I'm figuring maybe that's why he wrote that. Still more I need to find out there in regards of what's being used by this opposite side, this what I keep calling these bad entities. What's being used? What is their tool? What do they keep close to themselves? And what happens when a different side were to use it against them? Like I said, I'm not here to defeat nothing. I'm here to try to bring a balance so that way we can keep living our lives and have to worry about normal things such as a common cold, or maybe you spent too much money on this so you're a little low on rent, or things like that. Not having to worry about the whole entire thing ending the worst way ever. That's what I'm really trying to figure that out. I want to tell you this theory here that I have. Kind of goes back to what I told you, where certain people were put into place for a certain reason. I mentioned leadership. I believe that a small window is going to open. And when that small window open, people keep saying the four, whatever bad entities there is, I need them to be butting heads. There was a recent event where Mr. Smith, Mr. Bonk were butting head. We're butting head, and something happened that day. If I can somewhat have these people occupy, there is a way that I can have a chance to finally, really, truly have a conversation with my primo. And like I told you, through punishment, there is learning. He knows about some things that we don't. And if I can find out that information, anybody who has stepped up to show that they have tripas to fight against this will know all that. So that way we can prevail and have a life. That is a theory that I have. That is a plank that I have. And it's something that I truly have not shared with not too many people. My compañeros, yourself, Senor Barrick. Now I'd appreciate if one day you see Senor Barrick, if you don't approach him about this yet, because in due time, I believe a big meeting is going to happen. And I know schedules are very conflicting for a lot of people. So if certain personages aren't there, I will make sure that the information is passed, but I need to make sure I have the right people.
That does happen. I'll be there. You are looking for angles, and there's a there's a lot of unknowns in this whole thing, but there's a variable that has popped up that wasn't present before. I'm gonna let you know this in confidence because there's not a lot of people around that encountered Norman and his brother 7 years ago that still want to talk about it or want to help. I might be one of the only few. But one thing I've noticed that's different about the man at the lighthouse is he has a new ring. Do you know about his ring?
See, I don't know too much about it.
Me neither.
I've just also not found, I found out about this not too long ago. And I'm kind of on the same page as you as trying to find out more information about this ring. And when it was told to me, I grabbed that book and I pointed right at that first thing that my primo wrote down. He gotta know something.
You think he was hitting at a ring because of writing down the black speech?
See, I really do believe that.
I don't know what else that I can currently give you in my capacity as a law enforcement officer that isn't gonna put my position or the state's position in jeopardy. But I can tell you that not too long ago I went up to the island north of the lighthouse and there was a bush that set itself alight. And then disappeared. That was after the bird Noxie was present. Again, I don't know what this could be of any use to you, but got out of there pretty quick.
Like I said, you're very important, Senor Richard. I'm gonna use this word again, but I trust these next upcoming days, all this time that we have left, you yourself, you'll make the right decision. You're put in this position for a big reason. We don't. I can't tell you. I don't know when if we'll ever find out. But do your best, amigo, to stay safe. Por favor, please.
You too. And regardless of my feelings of Edgar and whether or not he deserves to come back from where he is, I at least hope you get to speak to him one more time.
Yeah, me too.
I hope what I have told you can help. And when the time comes, if we need to work together, put a stop to all this, then I'll be there.
All right, compa. Like I said, I appreciate this. Not only have you helped me today, but you've also instilled a little bit more hope for me to keep fighting against this and to keep finding out some stuff so maybe I can help you as well.
Hope so we got, Benny. Hope so we got, mate. Damn. What a scene. Well, that was fucking enlightening, wasn't it? Jesus Christ. Holy fuck, dude. Why don't I get to RP with these people more often? Why does it... Why am I only finding out about these people so late? Holy shit, dude. Because they usually wipe like... I know, that's my problem. Okay, let's just say... I am very happy that I got my pocket notebooks yesterday. Because I was taking notes. In Dark's head. And I'm very happy I did that. Because there was so much in that conversation... that I needed to give my... Like... I needed to give myself to that conversation... And if I was trying to, like, make mental notes on that, it would not have gone well. Dark has a lot better memory than I do. I have baby brain. I have absolute baby brain. And so, I gave the notebook back, yeah. We got the Guama law. Okay, so this is what I got. Okay? So Benicio and Edgar are from Guam. They're cousins. The past 5 months, Benicio's been in Guam. Came back 5 days ago. He came to see Edgar about something. And now his goal is to either see Edgar or see his remains and take them home. Then we had the book. Which includes Black Speech, which is such a fucking... Peppo is crazy for throwing that in there. Because it's so... Like, if that actually is tied to shit, it not only confirms that it's him, but it could also be a clue. It's fucking insane. Then, Lang the Ferryman? Shrug? What does that mean? Why is Lang Buddha? I'm assuming Lang Buddha, because it's the only Lang I know about, being given the title the Ferryman. That's crazy. And then... what else? I think question 3 was... oh, what was the question, though? Oh, I didn't write down the questions. But it was like, ask yay? And I was like, what the fuck is ask yay? But then I was like, hold on. Let me speak like Edgar. And it was like, ask yay. And then I was like, oh, that's Jay. That's how he'd say Jay's name. So that's Jay. That's Jay Hobbs. And then it was... do you know how to get back? And all it was bang. Which I assume is like, he doesn't know? That's what I assume. Because he's just talking. He's writing how he would talk. That's what I'm assuming. And then it was Master Dark or Beric. For people to bring him back. God. Dude, there was so much. The fucking... The lore about Guama with the Bruja, the witch, 10 out of 10. The 3 kings of the castle. Holy shit, dude. One thing I did write down was that Norman seemed exhausted or ill, which could be Isaac, because we know about Isaac. Now, Doc didn't tell Benny about how Isaac plans to go after Norman, and the reason he didn't do that was because of Brandon being involved with the whole thing with Isaac and Dr. Kiga and the Faceless. Doc doesn't trust... I think after that conversation, I think Doc would likely trust that Benny has good intentions here, but I don't think he'd be able to say the same about the rest of Trip-Ass. Oh, God. Dude, the fucking Lord of the Rings references, man. 10 out of 10. Fuck. Get back to the office. Did we ever get a welfare check? Nope. How long were we talking to that guy? It was like 40 minutes or something. Even longer. And we said Espinosa, welfare check us after 20 minutes. Yeah, that was a long conversation, dude. But cash? I'll leave it for somebody else. Abby didn't either, yeah. Luckily, we didn't have anything to worry about. Dude, when he started doing the fucking Guama story, I was like frantically searching because I didn't have any of the right background music. But honestly, this playlist is pretty good. I found one in the end. It's nice. What does Dark think about the Four Horsemen theory? Dark's fully invested in that theory at this point. I think Doc really believes that this is the fucking end times, you know? Peppo, while writing the answers, was let's make the story upside down and go crazy. I'm wondering if that, because I didn't want to take a picture and I didn't want Doc to ask to take a picture either, because it was very much, they had an agreement that it wouldn't leave where they were, right? And so I didn't want to like write down the whole thing, because I was like, there's no way the fucking Doc would remember that shit. But I got the first few words, and I wonder if it's like legit a sentence in black speech. Like, I wonder if there's a translator or something that we can put the first few words in. No, we have not. Doc has not spoken to TJ. No. I think that is definitely a talk that should happen, though. What does that think of him and Beric be named as the one to get Edgar out? God, I want to speak to Beric so bad, but Benny said don't, and I want to uphold that. But I also want to speak to Beric. Posting right now. I seen him on Wild RP, yeah. He's playing the tale of two Edgars. Edgar on Wild and on GTA simultaneously. And it's connected? How is he doing that? That's interesting. Oh, like the yeah. I get the reference you're talking about too with the Assassin's Creed shit, where they like go back into like an ancestor's body, like that shit. That's fucking cool, dude. That's cool as shit. That is some wild RP. That's cool, man. One day I'll return to Wild. Listen, I plan on getting a new PC soon. And once I don't have to worry about my PC dying when I play that game, because that was one of the reasons, because it was really fucking up my PC. But it's a very... It's more intensive than this, right? In GTA. Let me see if there's a black speech translator, and I'll pump in the first few words that I got. Honestly, I need to get a foot pedal, because me writing notes, honestly, I should have done this sooner. Because my D&D notes have always been 10 out of 10. I don't know why I didn't think to do it like this. Dude, I swear there is... What the fuck? I think there's, like, advertised shit on Google now, like websites. I think there is, because why the fuck is Timu showing up? Themes to take for the 19 months, buddy. But it's like not showing up as sponsored for me. It's really annoying. Okay, so it was... I'm typing it in. Okay, maybe I've got that word wrong, but Ash Nazg Durbatuluk. Okay. Well, the first one was correct. The first word, because that says hi. So what have I got wrong here? 2 A's? Nope. Is it an S? What? What did I get wrong? Is there a K? Nope. What is my? What is? Hold on. What is my? I'm almost positive I wrote it down perfectly. I'm almost positive. Let me see if there's another one. Oh, wait, there's a dictionary. I found a dictionary. That might work better. Oh, Tolkien. How you make these languages made. Past tense, my bad. Oh. Oh, no, there isn't. Oh, wait, hold on. There's more. More. Okay, I don't think it's hot. I don't think it's high hot. I mean, it might be. We don't know. We don't know. Is it in here? Nope. Oh! Nazg. Ring. Oh! Oh! Hold on. Let me check for DRB. DRB? DURB. Durba. Yeah. This one. Okay, I'm worried that... Okay, we might have to break this down. Why is that? Why are they not all listed on the same page? Why are they not listed on the same page? Is there a phrase book? Maybe it's in here? Oh! Oh, I think it might be a phrase. Because Ash is one. Oh, shit. Is it a direct quote of one ring to rule them all? One ring to bind them? Is that what I'm looking at right now? I'm imagining that's what I'm looking at now. Let me Google. Let me Google the whole phrase that I've got. Oh, it is. Yeah, it is. I found the phrase. I found it. Yeah, I got the whole thing. One ring to rule them all, one ring to find them. One ring to bring them all, and in the darkness bind them. That's not good, though. That's not good. That is the inscription, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let me write this down. It's crazy. Like, hold on, can we take a second to just fucking... Just say how crazy Tolkien was that he came up with all these fucking languages. That word, Dubatuluk, we found that Durb is to rule, and then it's like, how crazy is that, dude? And we could tell... Dude, it's insane. Insane. That guy was insane. Okay. Fuck, dude, this is so